Alright, this is Nightcap with Night God. You know me, bringing you knowledge straight from the underground. If you're into the odd and supernatural, then this is your channel. So make sure you hit that notification bell, like the video, and subscribe. In part 1 of the Alien Book of Secrets, we talked about the origins of man and how they were created by the Annunaki. We talked about the evil alien factions trying to infiltrate mankind, and more. Today we're going to talk about some more strange disappearances in the Council of Five that protects humans on Earth. And don't forget, oftentimes truth is stranger than fiction. So this is Russia's Alien Book of Secrets, Part 2. When the Anunnaki first came to Earth, they created the most intelligent, non-alien beings on the planet, us. Initially, we weren't much more intelligent than primates, but eventually would gain more knowledge and become smarter. The Anunnaki created us simply to be slaves, so we could harvest gold for them because they wanted to replenish the atmosphere of their destroyed planet Nibiru. And apparently, they did not know that the reptilian race already inhabited planet Earth. But they would not create an alliance with them. They would only ally with the Zeta Reticuli species. These were another intelligent, smaller form of gray aliens. Now they claim the Anunnaki will still return to Earth as promised, and they do know what's going on here at all times. But how many years is that out, and how far away are they at the current moment? Nobody really knows. Now, the Zeta Reticuli species, also called the Zetas, come from the constellation Nets, and they are allies with the Anunnaki. They do bidding on other planets with them. Essentially, they are the representatives of the Anunnaki, and they pretty much serve them. They watch us on Earth, and they send information back to them up to 25 times a year. Now, it is said that the Anunnaki created a subspecies of Zeta. They did this to make them look more human-like, but they left enough physical properties of each so they could tell the difference. These beings would eventually become the pharaohs of Egypt and the elongated skull people. The most well-known pharaoh that was this particular hybrid was Akhenaten. Akhenaten would eventually be removed from power by the Reptilians. They did this by infiltrating his court and acting as temple priests. Reports of the Zeta go back to 4000 AD, but it's most likely much longer than that. Now the subspecies still exists on Earth today. They're just very low-key and they hide themselves. That brings us to the most known and feared alien faction on Earth, the Reptilians. Also known as the reptoid species. They have been on Earth confirmed for 15,000 years, but truly it probably goes back millions of years. They come from the constellation Draco and have a presence on thousands of planets, with over 500 where they control it. They achieve this the same way on every planet, infiltration of leadership. A few, but not all of them, have the ability to shapeshift. Some of them even have telepathic abilities. For the most part, they didn't even need to infiltrate human leadership. They've been alongside of us the entire time. They have been side by side with us since the beginning, and they have lived out all aspects of our evolutionary process. In the universe, they are considered one of the most technologically advanced species to date. They prefer to work completely in the shadows because they feel that they can progress the technology and their plans and agenda better that way. While most races can't, they can travel interdimensionally, and some higher-ranking reptilians can even go invisible. In order to acquire that power, you have to be a part of an elite group of reptilians known as the Draco. These highly intelligent warrior reptilians are considered to be the co-founders of Illuminati. Their three major bases on this planet are located in the Bermuda Triangle, off the coast of Denmark, and off the coast of New Zealand. Many of the ancient alien factions throughout the galaxy say they will never leave, at least not on their own. Next, we have the Mater species, who are a form of gray and about human height. They are considered the most evil alien faction in the galaxy. Other ETs even refer to them as parasites. They visited Earth sometime back in the prehistoric period. The actual date is unknown. Known to openly abduct humans and not bring us back. They also have an agenda to colonize this planet. And the only reason they haven't been able to take over is simply because of the Council of Five and their protection of us. They are hermaphrodites and their lifespan is just over 120 years. They have colonized 26 planets and abducted over 5,000 humans, only males. I believe that it's possible they could even work closely with the reptilian race, just chomping at the bits for the Council of Five to remove their protection on us. They claim that at that point, Not even the Annunaki are powerful enough to save us. Next we have the Dreas species. Their height is right around 8 feet tall, and they have a very complex structure of their skull, known to carry out human abductions and then use us for human reproduction. They come from the third star constellation Cetus and have abducted up to 520 humans, both male and female. Believed to have colonized over 40 planets, 10 of which were taken by force. Also, they have 2 home planets. It's said these beings work with 3 other alien factions in the galaxy, and they only eat animal derivative proteins. Other ETs say they're not mentally or spiritually in tune enough to communicate with most other races. Their home planets have the same chemical composition of Earth. These beings plan on revealing themselves to humans in 2022. As I said before, the Maters and the reptilian race work closely together, and here's how I know. Throughout history, the Maters have inflicted some of the worst plagues in human history, and it is believed that this was with the agreement and knowledge of the Reptilians. And this is because the Reptilians do not want the Earth's population of humans to reach over 8 billion. The reptoid species have been abducting human women for thousands of years. When they have the offspring, they are sent to another planet that has been colonized by the Reptilians already. But some actually do end up staying on Earth, where they infiltrate the highest levels of human society. Very little is known about the 5 alien races that make up the Council of 5. The races that make up this council, which was previously the Council of 9, have been protecting humans as long as there have been record of aliens on this planet. Many speculate that they have been protecting this planet before humans were even here, for up to millions of years. A certain alien race had said that the Council of 5 had last met on Earth in 1944, but our author and his friend Petro would find a note within the book from an agent dated July 2005. It stated that the Council of 5 would be on Earth in the last 10 days of August 2013, and that their arrival could cause cosmic shifts in the atmosphere. Also at this time, there would be a large influx of UFO sightings reported by the population. The note also read that the council was meeting to talk about threats to the Earth and humans, as well as the fact that at the time, there had been so many new alien species visiting Earth lately, and lately to the Council of 5 is within the last 500 years. According to several alien species, the Council of 5, which was then the Council of 9, has been watching mankind since primordial times. Since humans were only a one-cell marine organism throughout the entirety of our evolutionary process, from when we were primates to when the Anunnaki intervened, manipulating their DNA to create us. According to these same alien races, all evolutionary processes on all planets have a beginning and an end. The only exceptions are alien intervention or actual radical changes in the weather patterns. After the Anunnaki tampered with DNA of primates and created humans, the Council of 5 began protecting us. They monitor us in hopes that we'll be able to join other alien races in development and enlightenment someday. Again, very little is known of the Council of 5, but they do know which alien factions make them up. First we have the Orella. It almost looks like a form of gray, but they are not. Next we have the Agarot, which to me, they look very similar to ancient indigenous peoples on Earth. There are a few native civilizations that seem to resemble them, like the Aztecs, Incans, or Mayans. Then there's the Ginvo species. Then we have the Raiden race, which to me look like they could possibly be the Lemurians. The white hair with the pale white skin, most likely light blue eyes, and the entire just screams Lemurian race. Lastly, we have the Emerthers. They are a species with an obvious bulbous head and big eyes. As I explained, very little is known about these Council of 5 beings, except that they're here to protect us. But what concerns me is that they used to be a Council of 9. Now why did 4 of the alien factions decide to leave the council? Could it be mankind's behavior, or possibly the direction that we're headed in? Honestly, I hope not. But who knows? Only the future will tell. I hope you enjoyed the video, but unfortunately, it's looking like we're going to have to get to the alien abductions in the next video. We'll talk about events like the Philadelphia experiment and how alien factions inhabit Mars and the moon. So yes, it's looking like there's going to be a part 3. I'll probably cover more alien factions in this part as well. I'll also cover the race that does the majority of abductions. They met with US presidents, gave them tech in order for them to be able to abduct us. It's been fun, my Night God family, and I hope the newcomers enjoyed it as well. Now, if you all will do me a solid, like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you'll get an alert every time I post. So have a good night, y'all, and I hope in this video you saw that truth just might be stranger than fiction.